Meat Market your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all-natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends as we reflect on what we're thankful for. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
John Henry's Plumbing.
If your furnace could have roamed with the dinosaurs and is a Furnasaurus, listen up. John Henry's is giving away a new furnace completely free. To enter, go to jhlincoln.com right now and enter to win. If you think yours is the oldest furnace in town, enter by November 26th at jhlincoln.com or give
John Henry's
a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, Jay Foreman, DP, Harrison sitting in for Austin 316. This is Old School coming to you live from 1040 O Street, pre-Thanksgiving itis. We are brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. Every type of meat and every type of cut. We do on Old School have a trivia. We're going to get into it right now. We have a trivia for 2 tickets to the Iowa football game. Obviously, hopefully, the winner brings Nebraska some good luck. But before we get the trivia question out, I want to ask you two, before we get into it, Harrison and DP, what is your top 2 go-to things that you want on Thanksgiving?
Go ahead, Harrison. Go ahead, man.
Give me a good ham and don't mess up the mashed potatoes and gravy. So that's my go-to.
That's spoken like a true Nebraskan. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
You gotta have it.
It's a must-have.
Mm-hmm. Can't have that powder gravy either. You got to make it from scratch.
You know how to make it from scratch?
Not but my mom does. She
okay. Yeah.
That's what it always tastes better when somebody else is doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's what we gotta have. I can't do it, but somebody need to do it. I don't care who. So you haven't made a turkey yet, have you?
No, I mean I've been able to throw like a turkey, it's like smoked turkey heated up, but as far as cooking, like I'm like chicken and rice. That's about as far as my expertise goes.
So you got to stand next to mom next year.
Yeah, Harrison.
Next year, you look, you're grown up now. You
Harrison, come on now.
You got to stand
I'm
next to
still
mom.
making my own food, just not as diverse. It's not like I'm getting Mountain Dew and pizza.
It's time to just stand next to mom and ask some questions, pay attention, and ask questions. I am a turkey dude. But I'm one of those people that I could eat turkey all year round. That's just me. And then for it to be done properly, for it to really be Thanksgiving, there's got to be sweet potato pie on the plate. There's got to be, like, that's the capper. That's the nightcap. Like, that's the one where you just, before the belt button pops, for that top button pops.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's like, if I get 2 forkfuls, Phil, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I just get 2 forkfuls, I'm like, I don't need the whole piece and I don't need several pieces. But if I have like 2 bites of sweet potato pie, I'm good.
That's like my dad. Every Thanksgiving, he'll grab a piece of pie and he'll get 2 bites in.
Yeah. I'm
Chip
not
on it for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm not. All right, Jay. What's the MVP package?
Oh man, I mean, obviously, I mean, turkey's kind of like a must, right? So that I won't even mention turkey.
Okay.
Macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Yams, collard greens.
How do you describe a really good mac and cheese? How do you know it's good before you eat into it? What's the sign? What are you looking for?
Well, you take a spoon here. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like doing it on the edges.
Okay.
And
corner
and here's why. Because sometimes you get the nice flavor over there. That could, that's what's gonna let you know what's all popping.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have, the top layer can't be burnt. It's got to be a nice golden brown, crispy.
Okay.
It can't be dry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it has to have a variety of cheeses in there. I like mine layered. We've always done it layered. I've not perfected my dad's or our family recipe. It's not necessarily my dad's. It's been passed down forever. I've been every year I try to do it, and I've always told everybody I messed up one time. Matter of fact, my children are here, or either from out of town. 2 of them are from out of town here. They saw me. I got the ingredients today.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "You aren't putting the blue cheese in there." I said, "No." And now I know how to do it, but I won't risk it. But
sometimes you try to do too much.
Yeah, I did. I did try. Right? It's not try. I did too much.
You try to do too much, then you learn.
Yeah, and so those are my 3.
Okay. But here's the real cap. Plate number 2. How far? Well, how much distance is required
in between? Just see, I break mine down into. I'm gonna do little things and make sure I get everything, right? Whether it's like the broccoli salad, all that, you know, I
Little
like
bit.
that. Yeah.
A
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, hold on. I got to pump the brakes. I got to
Okay.
go back.
Okay.
Okay. The dessert for me, because I'm not a big pie guy.
Mhm.
I'm carrot cake. Them deviled eggs, man. You talking about a brother's weakness. Hey, Harris. Hey, you talk about the kryptonite? Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know how they come in the racks, Harrison?
Yeah.
I'm 2 racks deep. Because when I'm walking up there, I'm counting everybody, and then I'm looking at the racks. Somebody gonna come up short. Them first 8. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna take 4 and 4, and I'm taking the other 4 and putting them away.
And but then what's the line to go through and fix plates? Is it by age? Is it by gender? Like what are the rules?
Oh,
'Cause I
you
know
always. I mean, the way I was raised, the women and the kids go. When I was younger,
Yeah.
I mean, there was always
Yeah.
the women and the kids go. Now, I will tell you, growing up in Frederick, Maryland, and this is where some of I love Thanksgiving, right? But some of our fondest memories, you know, hey, you talking about? I seen my 2 great aunts about to go scrap fest in the little driveway we got with canes because who wanted to get in the kitchen first? You know what I'm saying?
because
Harrison?
you're not gonna mess up the kitchen.
Yeah,
for-
and you're not gonna mess, and you're
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna mess up the kitchen.
Yeah, and you're not gonna mess up the order. So it was always.
and you get the timing right. Why are you starting that
Right,
now? It's gonna
right,
be. It's
right.
gonna,
And then here's what really used to set my grandma off, right? And my grandma ran the show, right? And so my uncle might bring a turkey or his ham, and then they would do majority of stuff. Is like my dad and my uncles. You know, my grandma was a little shorter. She obviously shrunk when she got older, but was a little shorter. So she'd be doing something, turn around, and they would go and get something. Oh,
the wooden spoon.
oh, that's exactly
the
what
wooden
it was.
spoon. That was
Yep.
the gatekeeper.
That was it.
Let
Get
your
it
hand-
right upside your head.
Let your hand right on the knuckle.
Yeah.
Right on the knuckle. Yeah, go ahead and reach for it. Go ahead and touch my food before I'm ready for it. Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. So plenty of times like that. So those are my go-tos.
And then 3 hours. Like, what's it like? So, what time is the ideal? Are you eating the first meal of the day for football, like the
I like
noon
about
game?
noon.
So,
and then
or maybe halftime of the first game, like when?
Yeah, generally,
right?
Yeah, you know, you can kind of get in there and then, you know, do the things, and then and everybody, would eat, and then take a little break. But see, like DP don't like chitlins. I would figure since you country boy, you would like chitlins, but you just
I don't think I've ever had one.
I know. I was just about to say the look on your face, you didn't look like you had them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what was always the get right.
What the hell is a chitlin? I'm trying to figure out what it
text
is.
line. Text line. Please tell Harrison about the delicacy in other parts of the world, what we call chitlins.
Is that like a Midwest thing? You said as a country
No,
guy,
it is a
no.
southern.
Listen, I know some people from out there in like Hay Springs. They eat anything.
I know,
squirrels. All
When they tell you that some families, and some of it's cultural, okay, like quite frankly,
it is.
that literally there were portions of the country and portions of the population were only allowed to eat the throwaway.
Right, and that's where it came from.
Right,
Yeah.
and so slave folks had to learn how to prepare the parts of the pig and the cow that nobody else wanted. So, Harrison, what's the last part? Give me 2 of the last parts of the pig that you think that you would be interested in eating.
That I wouldn't be interested in eating?
the worst 2 parts of the pig.
Give me the butt, and then something with the eyes.
Yeah,
snout, whatever it may be.
So intestines.
Intestines.
Yeah, but you clean them though, Harrison.
Yeah.
You can't clean
Yeah,
it, Harrison.
I'll be honest.
Stop letting people.
I'll be honest. Like I eat hot dogs. One of those guys. Like
That's what
I
I'm
know it
saying.
ain't
Not
right.
the same.
I know it ain't right.
Not the same.
Harrison, we'll get you some chitlins. Man.
Not the same. Look, he gonna come in here with a bucket of hot sauce to
and
fool
some,
you.
and some vinegar and some salt and pepper. Hey, you want to hear a funny story about chitlins? Here's a funny story. So I just moved to Minneapolis, right? And it was Thanksgiving, and my dad was making. I'd had chitlins. I mean,
I get it. I can hear it from your voice.
And so I was playing. I made a basketball team. You know, you made the team. So a kid on the team was picking me up so we could either go to practice or to a game. And he had been over, my house before to pick me up. And so my dad cleaned the chitlins and they were inside and then when you start to cook them, they do got a little funk to them, right? But once you kind of like to me, that's the aroma. I've been, you know. So he had never been exposed. First of all, Matt Butler, I gotta give him to him. He has a pretty cool beach toy thing because he's a military guy. He's in the Air Force. So the beach rollers, he does really well. But he had never been exposed, first of all, to any soul food. When I say Matt Butler looks like a Viking kid, tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, that's what his parents look like. So he was giving me a ride. Probably never had any seasoning on his meat. He opened that DV. He opened it. Harrison, that's the face. I will never forget it because I had my bag and everything. He opened the door. The aroma hit him in the face. He took a step back and he was like, typical, like, oh my God, what is that? Right?
My face, the nerves in my face, the muscles in my face, just at the thought of the smell, my face is spasming. It's spasming. Like this is like my stepdad. This was, this is what that was his jam, right? So they're pig's feet and chitlins. And first of all, like I'd come home from practice, like from football practice, 2 days, right? And I'd come in, I'm tired and I'm hungry. And he's pitching and selling. I can't wait for you to get home. Same way Jay's selling it, right? Can't wait for you to get home, boy. We're gonna eat today. We're gonna eat today. And I'm in my head, okay, yeah, let's go. Like he got pizza or he went and got some.
Thinking walking over like burgers on the grill or something.
And Jay's right. And I have to hold my face just so that it doesn't react.
Because it does give you a
there's a tightness that happens to your face when the smell. Yeah, in the commercials.
I love it, man.
Yeah, in the commercials, Harrison, where the cartoon character gets hit in the head and his head just sponges like. That's my reaction to the smell of this thing.
Where's the smell coming? What is it?
It's the intestines being cooked out. Everything.
No, it's not from the cooking. The smell comes from if you clean them in the house. Now,
okay.
Now it was deathly cold in Minnesota at that point in time. So, and there was so much snow you couldn't clean it. So what you're supposed to do is clean them outside, and then you cook them,
and then fight off every dog in the neighborhood from 17 miles.
Right? Because here's the thing, Harrison. Here's the thing. It comes in like a big ice cream bucket, and it'll say 30 pounds. Well, you clean so much, it's like 8.
And it's the intestine, and they by hand, and they're pulling and skimming. And my stepdad would do it in the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
But the kitchen sink was all the way in the back of the house, front of the house, the front door. Like this thing is wafting like a tornado. Like it's literally picking up momentum as he cleans, right?
Yeah.
And by the time you open the door, this smell is waiting for you.
Yeah.
It is like,
Harrison, it's like the Grim Reaper. You know what I mean? And Matt Butler, God bless his heart. And then the funny thing about it is, so we're at practice. This is, I'm in 7th, 8th grade now, so we're off practicing now. He comes up to me. It's little funny. He said, Jay, he's like, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Right? He's the most proper. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't got a wrinkle on his face right now. He said, Jay, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I can't tell you what he said. He's like, but what was that smell? This smelled like you know what in your house. Oh my God. I was like, man, that's chitlins. And I tried to get him to get some. He would not get out the car. I know he told his parents on
this was the thing. So I had our homecoming queen, and she came to the house
after chitlins. Definitely was the last time.
Well, but this was the thing. This was a part of me was like, this is the worst day ever, because this young lady lived on the other side of the county, and this was not her norm. Like her parents, they would go to Kennebunkport for holiday. Except for our holiday, he in there.
Classic other side of the tracks.
Right.
She's walking over to Chitlin.
Well, but he's walking in so he was a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still being uniform, just in there cleaning. So 2 things in play. Back in the 70s, a black cop with a gun on his hip and chitlins. Jay, she reassessed her life walking in that door. It was, she didn't know what to expect. And my mom was really kind of this way. My mom was like, baby, don't go in. Like she was sitting on the front porch. Baby, don't go in there. She said, no, I'll be fine. Mom was like, baby,
go ahead, then.
I'm just gonna let you know. And she walks in, and that facial expression hit her.
Mm-hmm.
But then that warrior spirit in her kicked in, which was like, you're not gonna beat me. Like, I came all the way down here to the black neighborhood. You ain't chasing me out now.
You got stand
like,
power.
you ain't chasing like you. So mom literally looks, she goes, you probably can keep that one. Yeah.
Right. She's tough.
She came to the
tough,
black
boy.
neighborhood and she didn't run from the smell of shit. Yeah, you might wanna go ahead and date that one, son.
Right.
And that was a tough sell. Now, please, is there a place in Nebraska that does?
I don't know. You gotta get it from all. That's too much work. There used to be a place that used to be, I think, on 9th Street that would do it, but it's not open anymore. So that's where last time where I got it.
So the intestines are like when you buy them, they're full, and you gotta clean out what
They're
the insides are.
they're cleaned enough to put. They're frozen like a brick. You gotta thaw them out, and that's where this thing comes from, and then you gotta clean them. And it's not a lot of clean. It's not like you're cleaning.
You're peeling the lining.
It's just the lining. You're not cleaning any feces out of there. Look at Harrison.
Okay.
Look at hold on, DP, hold on, time out. Look at Harrison.
I'm putting together because on the text line we got the process of getting all the doo-doo out in the intestines is not for the queasy stuff.
No, it is not.
That's why I'm asking.
That is a
You
fair
get
statement.
the doo-doo is out before you buy it.
But the smell remains. You can tell me what you want.
Hey, Super Saver sells frozen chitlins. So
yeah,
Super Saver.
All right,
First of all, I'm not trusting. I don't trust people on the farm, let alone like inland. It's like me and crabs. If you in the middle of the country, I'm not eating your crabs.
Yeah.
Like
I bet you they got good chitlins here. All them pigs and farmers out here.
There probably is some quality.
I
There's
bet you they
pig
got.
farmers
You
all
know
over.
what? And I bet you Nebraskans probably feed their pigs better than majority of people. Because down south in Texas, they feeding them humans.
Oh, for real.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
They'll eat
Do
it.
not mess. Look, no. That was the thing that I learned. My grandfather told me: just never, ever mess with people that have pig farms. Is it because people? Like I was like, what? He was like, he broke it all down, bones and teeth, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, and I was like, okay. And then we would go down south, in the summer.
They eat anything down there.
Pig farms, boy. It was
you see some of those pig farms and like what they look like in the inside, and it's like,
they're feeding them anything and everything.
I'm
Dead
sure
animals.
there's somebody in Lincoln who's gonna have chitlins, and Harrison, I have a feeling they're gonna be on your list.
Yeah, Harrison, it'd be good for you.
I'm not. Don't think I'm gonna go through the work of making them to
No, you
avoid
don't
that
know.
smell. But if there's a plate,
Jay,
I'll try chitlins.
Jay, try to explain the texture.
It's kind of like squid, but if you have, I have mine the way we used to make them, you have them, you kind of boil them or whatever, and then it's like you'll have like some onions and celery in there, and then it'll I like hot sauce and vinegar on mine. Now you can't eat too many. You just eat like a bowl or something. Then you eat a bowl tomorrow.
The hot sauce and vinegar is throwing me off.
That's what I like.
And come see me tomorrow. Come see me tomorrow when your body starts to go, hey, what is this we are processing right here? What is going on? And your body's like, alert! Hot round!
Harrison. It's not even close to the one chip challenge or that bar or the wing challenge. Trust me.
27.
27. Now you might have some gas or something.
Yeah.
But nothing like that, man. But anyways, we're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back.
We should have some guests.
We got guests. I think they're here. Do we do the trivia right now?
We can do it we can do it after.
Okay. We got a short segment, then we'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. integrated life choices. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-week challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out on mynutritionauthority.com.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all-natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. The Hall of Famer has left the building. It's DP, Harrison Arns, on the Wednesday before food and family and all good things. Through all of this, what we try to do is remember community. Sports is a vehicle for this station, but it's not the heart and not the core of what we do. And sometimes the storytellers deserve a place. And the people who are working with superhero capes, and they do it normally in private, and then we ask them to come public and do it in the daylight and let us know and remind us that there are good people in Lincoln. Lincoln is a community filled with good people with good hearts. And one of those said projects is linked to literacy. And throughout the course of this week, we've had different people come on and kind of tell the stories of what this is, why this is. But I'll start with Sherry, who's immediately to my right. Sherry, please introduce yourself and let the folks know what you do.
I'm Erica Kirkland.
Oh, Erica's next to me. My apologies. My apologies, sis. Okay, my bad. My bad. Hey, I'm a professional. That's what it says outside. Let them know who you are, please.
Oh, my name is Kim Fix, and I'm one of the co-founders of Link to Literacy.
Okay, so let's go through from the origins. What usually when superheroes act, there's a call to action, and something happens that inspires this thing. What inspired you to think, you know what? This is a thing. This is a service that needs to be provided. These are people that need help. What was that thing for you?
For me, it started with my older set of twins. So I have 2 set of twins. Yes.
You are an angel on earth. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, let's start there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm a hot mess. I'll own that, DP. Yeah.
In full. That is work.
I'll own it.
Okay.
But yeah, so my older set of twins I adopted through foster care.
Okay.
And when you do the foster care process, you get a list of things, and I am checking off that list. I'm checking it off, DP. And we got our first set of twins, and you bring them home, and I'm tucking them in at night. And guess what is not on that list? Books. And I was a former teacher. My mom's a teacher. My mother-in-law's a teacher. I mean, my good gracious, I should have been prepared. Books should have been my home. And really, that was my call to action. One of the first things I wanted to do was do a book drive for children in foster care. And my co-founder, Kaut Aussie, an amazing human being, that was one of the first book drives we did together, was for children in foster care. And so we've been book driving for nearly 5 years. And that's how it started. That was my call to action.
So
yeah.
through this, and I know a big part of it is imaging and making sure that the people who receive these books see something in themselves or of themselves in these books. What is behind that?
So we know so much about how literacy affects our ability to imagine what's possible, to consider adventure, to plan for the future, to develop our interests. But if you see all of those things, those adventures, the possibilities, but the characters don't look like you, that can give a very interesting message and a hard message for someone who's very young to process. So it's important that these books are curated for the children that they're going to, so that it's reflective of them, whether it's racially or just their interests or both. That's the ultimate, is when it reflects who they are and what they like to do. So important.
How much of this is focused on the young people in need, or is it young people in general? How would you define that this program is not just for specific kids, but all kids will get something from this program, correct?
Correct. So one of our major programs we're launching is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
That's what I'd heard about. So
Yeah. So we're really excited about Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Right now it's launched in area code 68510. We're hoping to launch more area codes as funding comes available. But that program is for ages 0 to 5 years old. And anybody, regardless of financial circumstance, it does not matter. Every single child, age 0 to 5, will receive a free book. Very excited about this. Completely free every single month.
Every month. So that is a huge tasking, right? That is a huge ask. But then the question becomes, how can people, what's the greatest friction of that? Is it money? Is it people being aware? Is it getting this new project out into people's ears and eyes? Or is it just simply fundraising and events? What's the biggest need?
It's only $26 per year for one child. And so, yeah, we need to fundraise for that, obviously. But then it's just also to sign people up. Right now, we're trying to get families signed up, and we're writing grants, and we have, multi-level fundraising, and we're really excited about it. So
what I would, and you're both being introduced to the space, and what I would offer is one of these events here. So we can get that. Well, I mean, that would be, I mean, and we could work with the mill and say, listen, maybe a portion of the coffee purchased that day goes directly into the fund. How many young people are we trying to reach over the course of this thing? Like just for the Dolly Parton project, $26 per. I know we have listeners that the moment we challenge them with paying for one child, they're going to jump to it. So we'll get to that in a second. But is there a number, several hundred, 500? Are we doing it by zip code? What are we doing?
Ooh, we could do it by zip code.
Right?
DP, I like
Could
that.
set a challenge. You know what? Our zip code's cooler than your zip code. Zip code,
we love a challenge.
Like we're the cool people.
challenge.
We're the generous ones. It could be done by school. It could be done by grade. What can we do? Because that seems to me that, because we will challenge this fan base to go to the website and make donations. Now, I will be first, so I can tell you I'm going to sponsor young people as soon as we get out of this segment. You'll tell us all how, and I'll put my money where my mouth is. But what is the goal and mission? What are we trying to do? What's ideal? What's a good Christmas where we can come back and say in 30 days that, you know what, we took care of 100 kids, 200 kids. Let's set a bar.
If we could, I'd like to talk briefly just about another project that we have going where we're paired with community learning centers.
Okay.
And we are trying to fund some December book fairs for students. And there's an immediate need within our community learning centers to get some books in the hands of students before they go home for the holidays.
Right.
If you ever get to be a part of watching one of these book fairs, which I've been able to watch kids walk through, pick a book for themselves or their siblings and just light up, because that power of choice is such an important element and so much fun. That is why we do what we do. And
how many books? How many books are we talking about just for that fair?
That will really depend on what those staffs tell us, but 2 books per kiddo is what the aim is. They should be able to walk out with 2 books of interest.
Okay, listen, what I know about Ticket Family and Friends.
$5,000, DP. That's what we need. I got a number for you.
That's what we're looking at.
Okay.
I know that they work from this, that when we issue challenges along the way, one, they show up because these are the good-hearted, kind folks anyway. Yes. And we can work with that. But I think also having events here where we can actually record, we can show people what this thing looks like, get those faces, right? So we can actually show people that, listen, not only did you do a good thing, but it landed, and here's who it landed on.
I love that.
I do too.
Right. So if folks are out there and they're trying to be, they're getting curious now, can you give them information, website, emails, etc., so that they can find the information that they're looking for?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're very easy to find. Linked, LINKED to the number, literacy, literacy.org. Super easy to find us.
And at the upper right, there's a donate button, and just click on that donate button.
So here's the challenge. We have 2 Nebraska Iowa tickets for Friday.
Ooh.
Here's what we do. You can make yourself eligible just by going to the website, go to linktoliteracy.org and donate, and then put it in the text line that you donated. And that will make you eligible. Now, you can donate and not want the tickets. You can just say that. That's perfectly fine. That's a good way to do that. We have questions from the text line that says, if I want to bring books instead of just a monetary donation, what types of books should I bring? That is the question.
In this instance, the donation would be preferable for this time of year. Now, we can allude to an awesome event that we will have in August where we ask the community for books that they can share and swap. We had it last year, and it was earlier this year, excuse me. It was called Wordstock, and it was awesome. We had about 500 to 600 people gathered at Antelope Park, and that's when we will need gently used books that we will swap. There's vendors there for food, just a good time of community and spreading the importance of literacy. So I would say if you have those, hang on to them, because we will need you and we will need those books.
And then there are other ways to be involved in this thing. Let's folks know, how can they be involved in this?
Yes, we absolutely love volunteers. And on our website, there is an involvement form. And there are about
Harrison.
Yes. And there are about Harrison. We would love for you to volunteer. We have about 11 different ways to volunteer on our involvement form. And we would really encourage you to go on our website, click all the different ways you'd like to volunteer with us. We genuinely treasure and value our volunteers.
And we want you to get in where you fit in. We want you to do what's comfortable for you, what will be fun for you. I mentioned the book fairs. Just supervising a book fair is something that will change you for the better, just seeing the books handed out in real time. We've done a couple of nonprofits and residencies up at UNL and just sat at some tables and talked to students who might be interested in volunteering, and that has been a blast as well. So there's just a lot of ways to get involved, and they don't ask much of you, but they will give so much to you, and that's the best part about this organization.
Well, we are in season, right? And this is, I made note earlier today that being in the room this morning, it kind of felt like the first day of the holiday season for me. And this is a big part of it. I know that you've also done events where you filled backpacks and got them to students. What was that? And then is that going to happen again? Is that something folks can participate in?
Absolutely. That's one of the big events for children in foster care, the Empower Me packs. We did over 700 backpacks last year. We had 4 to 5 books in each backpack. We're hoping to double that this year.
Yes,
and
definitely.
so obviously we would need a lot of volunteers for that. We have to unpack the boxes of books, and then we need to get all the books in backpacks and get those backpacks to the children. So we would need lots of volunteers for that project. And it's a really heartwarming project. Obviously, that's one that's special to my heart. It's one that we started with, and we really, really, again, need our volunteers. We value you. We would appreciate you.
I'm looking at the website. So this is pretty easy to do, right?
Yes.
That
definitely.
as quickly as we're talking about it, this is just that simple.
Yes.
And so folks, if you're sitting with your phone in front of you, you're sitting in front of your laptop, it is just that simple to do. And I think, let's see. So it asked me, do I want to dedicate it in honor and memory of someone? Do I want to write a comment, display the donation on the donor wall? Pretty simple, right? It is
Yes.
pretty simple.
Yes.
I'm going to donate in my mother's honor because she would this as she looks down on me, I want her to be, to smile. And to do that so we know how quickly this will be. Let's see how quickly we can get this done for you. No, this is, I mean, listen, there's so much of this in play. Let's see here.
We have so much gratitude for you. Right now, in 2022, actually, there were only 34% of Nebraska's fourth graders that were reading at proficient level. So,
and I think that people can really be shocked by that. We live in Lincoln, we have great schools, and people think, okay, everything's great. But we know that literacy affects outcomes. And
Just that quick.
Just that
done.
quick.
So it's not complicated.
Yeah,
it's not complicated.
Amazing.
It's not complicated. It's not much. Again, I know some folks are going through it, but as you're sitting in your car, you can do it by phone. You can get online later on. I'll keep reminding you if you want to do that and want to be a part of it. Just for grins and giggles, we will put these 2 tickets up for anybody that donates, and we'll just pick one of the ones who put it on the text line. Greatly appreciated. Once again, let them know the website information and whatever other information you want to give them so they can be a part of this.
Go for it. Yeah. You can find us on Linked to Literacy, LINKED, the number 2, literacy, LITERACY.org. We can also be found on Facebook and Instagram. And just like we were talking about a second ago, literacy can affect so many outcomes, what people are able to do, especially beyond high school. One of the things I love about the ticket is that you have so many past athletes on, and literacy is a vehicle to be able to play sports and to do so many other things. I am a high school and all-star cheerleading coach, and grades, education, literacy, all those things are so important to the other things that we want kids to be able to do and experience. And so it's an important vehicle, and we just really want to stress that.
Sports is the vehicle, but the heart is the academics and the literacy.
Absolutely.
It is a game changer for you all. Ladies, thank you for what you do. Thank you for how you do it and why. Certainly matters. Again, Link to Literacy. You can go to the website, linktoliteracy.org, make your donation, send us a text. Let us know. You know what? It's a good day on a Wednesday. We have enough. If you have enough, please make a donation and you'll make somebody smile. That's what we're here for. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
It is an absolute pleasure. With word to break, Jay Foreman will join us back here on Old School on 93.7 The Ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
For precast production laborers, Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com. Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Give-A-Rito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's here, the day you've all been waiting for. Brown Shoe Fit Big Black Friday sale. We have 20% off store-wide, plus take an additional 20% off the clearance racks with already low sale prices. Smartwool socks are buy 3, get the 4th pair free. Plus, we have JBU boots for $39.99. So come on down to Brown Shoe Fit's Big Black Friday sale, going on all weekend long. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 and Q.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-Week Challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies to go along with a light breeze. We'll see an afternoon high around 59. Tonight we'll see mainly clear skies and a low of around 29. And tomorrow mostly sunny skies do return. It'll be a little cooler though for Thanksgiving. We'll see a high of around 42. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Jay Foreman, DP, my man Harrison. Quick segment. I'm going to drop this trivia on for 2 tickets to the game on Saturday. And here is Friday. Dang. Well, here's the question. What was the score of the very first Thanksgiving game between the Dallas Cowboys and what was known as the Washington Redskins. We don't even need you need to know the year to get I want the score of the Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, and it used to be, it was the event on Thanksgiving.
It is, yeah.
It
Not
was,
anymore, but yeah.
Right, and it's lost some of its flavor.
Yeah.
Well,
that was back when, remember, is that they were always battling for the NFC East.
It was meaningful. Like, it was a big deal. They were the battles of as you said, the NFC East. They really didn't like each other.
No.
And then, of course, the marketing people got a hold of it and made it Cowboys versus Indians. And, of course, that
didn't age too well.
No, but that was what they were doing. And then it became.
The best one, though, is when Leon Lett thought he was going in the end zone against the Dolphins.
Was that Dolphins?
Yeah.
So Dolphins, yeah. And they just, I felt terrible. There have been some really good Thanksgiving. I mean, the RG3 against Dallas Thanksgiving was exceptional. The Clint Longley Thanksgiving was terrible because he came off the bench and burned Washington. There have been some really good ones.
Yeah, and then obviously always Detroit, would be horrible all year, and then they beat the league champion.
Right, and but this year it matters, right? Like this year now we get a good. It's a good game.
But the score of the very first Dallas Cowboys against what was then the Washington Redskins.
The first game or the first Thanksgiving?
The first Thanksgiving game, excuse me.
Thanksgiving
I need the score.
Game. The first Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
See, that was the twister.
Yeah, first Thanksgiving game.
That was
the funny thing about the Cowboys have never played on the road.
Nope.
Every home game.
Nope.
So it's kind of like the John Morant is the NBA Christmas coming back, the return of John Morant, and this is what the Cowboys get on Thanksgiving. So
it's there. The
good
very
deal.
first one.
Very first one. So we're gonna jump off to our end of the first hour.
No.
Yeah, a lot of guesses so far. We haven't hit.
Yeah, you better hit. So we're gonna go to break and hopefully somebody wins.
The first.
Oh, we got a winner, I think.
Do we?
Yeah. Unknown caller, 1097. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2920.
Yes, sir.
What year was that?
1968.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I was looking at 96.
Yep. Well,
Harrison. Well, you got to remember though that not all Thanksgivings were listed the way it was. I'm going to give you that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was just going straight off the Dallas Morning News.
That was 1097.
Yeah.
That's the one. So Dallas 29, Redskins 20.
1968.
68. That was do you know who the quarterbacks were?
Negative. Ghost Rider. That pattern's full. Probably Sonny Jurgensen and Roger Staubach.
Before Staubach.
No idea.
Dandy Don Meredith.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
gonna have to find that box score now. I gotta do that.
There it is. We're gonna go to break, come back, probably get dive into a little bit Iowa, Nebraska.
And it's 5-win season, bro. People battling now.
Yeah, that's it. This is do or die Brooklyn, New York. So we're going to talk about that game. And then I'm going to dip out at like 5:20.
Yeah, you got stuff to do.
I got to go over to hockey.
Puck drop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Puck drop. Then I'm going to be dropping some beers when I get home. Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP Harrison, Old School. We will be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through November 28th is spend $75 and get a 3-pound prepackaged chuck roast for free. Limit 3 per visit while supplies last. Also, through the 28th, get 20% off all spices. Don't forget there are 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent Vinny Krekak at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt!
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
Before you cut the turkey with family and friends, bring them to the Icebox the night before on Wednesday, November 22nd, as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. It's the Stars' annual Thanksgiving Eve game tradition, and you won't want to miss out on the beer specials, scraps, goals, and much more. Lock in your seats today for the Stars versus the Storm at LincolnStars.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, DP Harrison, Old School, 1040 O Street. Still some sunlight out there, and we are just pushing towards Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and a lot was going on yesterday, and we are brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. Two great locations and great food and great vibe, great people. Now, before we jump into the Huskers, we did have the Class A state championship game last night, West Side against Elkhorn South. It was a full-fledged demolition.
56-0.
56-0. West Side was the clear-cut favorite coming into the season. You know, very well coached, very well stacked talent-wise. Stayed pretty healthy all year. And they got the fruits of their labor. They've answered every single bell.
Have they played each other?
Elkhorn South before the the first game was actually 13-14. Surprisingly enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Early in the year?
Excuse me, no, I'm thinking of the game before. I'm thinking of Class B, Bennington. Yeah.
No, I don't think they had.
Okay.
But Elkhorn South had a unique year. They lost to Millard South 33-0. Lost their quarterback, got the backup in, came back and beat Millard South in the semifinals to get to the championship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the young man, I think he's going to be Grubbs. I think got hit. I mean, he got sandwiched last night, and they had to take him out, on the stretcher. I think he's going to be okay. Gave the thumbs up. Kind of obviously, that is a very, that's not how you want anybody. Look, it's a game where you're trying to hit everybody as hard as you can, but you definitely don't want to see a young man so young be hit like that. I think he'll make a recovery. But back to the game on the field, it was a dominating game. It was a game when you were the best team. That's the cherry on top. That's the going down in history as a state of Nebraska as best teams of all time.
What do they do so well? What's their thing?
They're well coached.
Yeah.
You got a lot of kids that have, they're that's what you want. You want kids that want to be as best as they want to be coached. They want to be great. Now everybody can get mad that they recruit and all that stuff. And Elkhorn South is a little different. Their district doesn't allow them to recruit. Now Westside is able to recruit, but one thing is to go out and actively recruit, and then the other thing is get kids to come to your school, and then get kids to come in and kind of buy into your system. Now here's what the one thing that they do that not a dang team in Lincoln does, both football or basketball. They build programs. That means you build kids, you build characters, you get kids ready to go to the next level. The coaches care about those kids. They go to bat for those kids. They get on the phone and call other schools. You've been a high school coach where you got to call and say, hey, man, look at Harrison. Look at Jay. He'd fit great in your program. These guys, the one thing about it, like them, love them, or hate them, or indifferent, these guys are coaching and building a relationship with these kids. And so when you got kids out there that are going out there and going to battle for them and selling out for them, it's bigger than football. And they've developed those kids. And they're superiorly talented. They are. Whether people, they are the most talented team in the state and have been for quite some time. And they've been on a mission. And sometimes that mission can get curtailed in high school football because of emotions. And you never know if you get a referee crew that just is looking at the game differently than what you're playing. But they were just dominant from game 1 to, game 12 or 13 last night.
What does somebody have to do? Like, I mean, if that's the number 2 team in the state.
I think, well, they're losing a ton of talent. They're losing Caleb Benning, the Rizak brothers or twins. I think their running back's a senior. They had, and so, they're losing, I think Bo Ryan, a linebacker, they're losing a lot. So it's now that helps, right? Now, I mean, if you're playing that team every single year, they're winning it almost every single year. I think what you have to do is, like Miller South has it. I think they need to mature some. But Miller South is losing a lot. Elkhorn South to be back. They're kind of young. They just need to be healthy. I think as long as you got a good quarterback and a good system and guys that are about that life of football, you'll be able to compete. Where you run a little rampant here in Lincoln is that, in particular football, as these guys are only getting down with it when it come July. Them dudes is playing football. Now, I will tell you this. They're playing other sports, right? So they're taking whatever type of mindset they're taking, say, just from football. It's going to basketball. It's going to baseball. It's going to track. It's going to 7-on-7.
Wrestling.
Whatever it is. Because they got wrestlers on their team.
Yeah.
So it's just what you do. And they have fun and do whatever. So you have to probably invest a little bit more.
How many legit high D1s are on that team?
We got Caleb Benning, probably win Player of the Year. You got Anthony Rizak. I get both the Rizak kids.
Okay.
I like the running back a lot. He goes on, underappreciated. He can start and stop. He can make you miss in a phone booth, and he can run behind his pads, and he can catch out of the backfield.
Like that's why I'm asking the question, because I hear people talk about it.
I mean, he's for real, and he's quite frankly, I haven't seen everybody, so I can't.
Well,
but,
you saw quite a bit.
That's what I was prefaces. I haven't seen everybody.
Right.
I'd be hard pressed to find a better running back in the state. I think they got Cotton. He's a little bit younger, and so I mean they got some guys they got about 4 or 5 right now, just off the top of my head, major D1s, because you got Chris Jones, who's going to be a 5-star recruit. He's a linebacker, so you count him in there. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. So now you're talking about 5 or 6 Power 5 guys on one team, and then they probably got a plethora of guys if they have chose to play Division II or some sort of like that. So and they're well coached, so they can go and walk on or play and get scholarship money anywhere because those guys know how to play.
And they won.
And they won, and they know what winning takes. Now, it's not the same amount of work when you go to college, but they have a good foundation of what it takes to be successful as a athlete in any sport that they do.
Well, having those 4 or 5 that are legitimate high Division I players, those make practices better. It makes the film study better. It makes the workouts better. Because
sure, I mean,
I got to work like that. Okay,
and like you said, those guys, from what I know or what I've been told, those guys are the ones that lead things, and they're the hardest workers. So that everybody else is trying to reach to their standards. So I'm sure they'll be back in the mix next year. Okay. But if I was a team, if I was a coaching staff, I would be I would have some other eyes come in and look, because there's some things that coaches don't know how to beat them. Now, I'm not a coach. There's ways to attack them. I'm not going to say, but I think I would try to. They got a big coaching staff. When they showed their coaching staff, it looked like 15, 16. I don't know if you've seen it, right? It's 16 guys on that staff, right? Now, whether you're volunteer, coach, whatever, somehow you do a booster club coach or whatever, they got a good coaching staff. They got a lot of eyes on there, a lot of ideas.
The film dude, the film's the film dude.
Hey, listen. If you're going to go out there and try to have kids in that metro area to potentially look at your school, you want to make sure that's what you do. So that's what you better do if you want to compete.
Is it really that competitive? Like, I mean, that are players moving around?
It's open enrollment. Now, I might be wrong. Now, listen, I don't know all the details. So, like, pump the brakes, and I don't live in the metro. But I know you can go anywhere you want, I think, within reason. I think you can up in there. I think you can. But that's not the reason why they won, though. The reason why they won because they're superiorly coached. They got a great staff. You got great kids and family with the support, and they support the kids once they go there and get them going, and then they just unleash on them. Yeah. Now, if you want to compete, you better get some other eyes on there. You better stop looking, because if you think you're seeing what you need to see, because I watched the game and I seen some stuff that you could do, right? So I know other people can, right? You need a Derek Pearson or somebody else that got some experience. Now, that's if you want to compete. Now, everybody says they want to compete. Now, do you really want to compete? Yeah. And don't get me started on a high school coach here in Lincoln.
I
see this dude, and every time I see that dude goes somewhere else.
I just watch the Class B and understand that, yeah, even with restriction and boundary, they figure out how to win, how to do basic things exceptionally well.
Right, especially Bennington.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
and Scott.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
That they do a thing that if you're Class A and you're trying to catch Westside, well, if you're watching Bennington and Scott
and Waverly and all those,
they're giving you the keys to the village.
Right.
What are those things? When you don't have the depth of talent or the quality, but you have you flatline in getting everybody almost at the same level.
You need to I would encourage a lot of coaches to go out and get involved in the youth sports, in the youth, be seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, be seen, right, and genuinely be seen. Yeah. That's in basketball and football, or football and basketball. Excuse me. That's number one. Try to find a way through your high school or LPS, and I don't know if they do it, so I don't know all the things, to try to build some sort of feeder program, right? Even if it's middle school football, right? You know, all these middle schools out there, do that, and then also when you're the varsity coach, be involved in the 9th grade team, reserve team, and JV. That'll build your retention, and then also the big thing, work them hallways, man. Work them hallways, because you just never know who you see. And then also on the outside of that, build a program. And what that means is it's not just having them run 40s and do agility drills and all that. Build them a program to where these kids that maybe don't play other sports, they're still around you and being active, because that's where the mentorship comes in. That's where the support comes in. That means you're there walking, talking with them, going to class, etc. Or if they're playing another sport, support that.
Yeah, I mean, you can look. I mean, and through film study now with Huddle, right? That you can actually do film study without having it to be an official assignment. You can track it.
Right.
You can give out. You know what? Here's some clips for you to watch. At least you understand what we're doing. You get ahead of a lot of schools in film study. Then the workout stuff, the other sports they play, it should help you identify what kind of athlete you have.
Yeah, but you need to be going. But if you're going out there and being seen and talking to people, you can pull a football player that only thinks he's primarily a basketball player, vice versa. You get somebody off a track maybe he's a shot putter, get him out and play line. Those guys are your most explosive. You can get a wrestler that could be a guard or something like that,
man.
And all that stuff. And so, but it starts being out there in the youth. Do that. And then also, I think what they need to do is find some sort of relationship with the club coaches, because that's where your talent pool is going to come from, and then go from there.
And it helps you coach without coaching.
Exactly.
Because they have access to them now.
Right. And then you also can go watch them. There's a very few Lincoln High School coaches out here that I see at the tournaments. And see, what they'll do is they'll be lazy and only come watch their players. Well, see, here's what you don't think. Those players talk to other players. Now, you might go on a 2-year run where you got a talent pool in order to be successful. But if you're talking about building the program, that means everybody got to know what to expect when they see you play. That's a program. Millard North basketball, what you're going to expect. When you watch, let's say, Gretna, you know what to expect. Of course, Bellevue West. I guess Lincoln, you probably know, in Pius, they're going to have a bunch of like big dudes or whatever. You kind of know what they're going to be they're going to be in the weights. They're going to be, you know what you expect there. And then in Lincoln, it's kind of a hodgepodge.
Most of the off-season work that we would do, especially with, other sports, right? So if you're in basketball season, the football guys, that's why I coach all 3 sports, because I liked having access to those kids all year round and being able to work and go, oh, you're getting stronger. Oh, you're getting faster. Oh, you need to get stronger. You need to get faster. And I can change the standard because the guys who work out with me all year are ahead of the kids who only work out with me for three months.
Right.
And that standard is literally how we improved all programs.
Right.
And I don't know how that works in Nebraska.
It's
I don't
a little
know.
different because you got some coaches that'll hold it against you that you play another sport, which is, to me, the dumbest thing that you could do. You should never stop a kid from going out and trying to reach excellence, because that excellence that they get there will pay a dividend for you at some point in time, right? That's number one. Number two, probably, DP, when you coach, the explosion of club sports wasn't at that magnitude. The amount of games that club teams are playing. You have baseball teams that, baseball around here, baseball coaches, I'm telling you, you keep telling me that there's an odd time that you're going to get a game in March. You ain't playing baseball around here till May.
Well, Texas, because in Houston.
Well, the weather is different.
Right. So
these dudes are out here practicing baseball indoors in January.
Yeah.
So if you are obligated to play baseball in January, well, you ain't wrestling.
Right.
And you ain't playing basketball.
Right.
So then that's why you were asking the question.
Different cardio, like we always said, each sport provides a different skill set for whatever your sport is.
Right.
Like we knew that wrestlers maneuvered differently in small space, in the closet.
Right.
Wrestlers could move differently than just guards in space. But I can look at him as a guard because his footwork, being able to maneuver, is good enough for him to be solid in that space, real quick,
And
a little bit
footwork,
more
yeah.
explosive,
And
right?
balance, too, yeah.
Right? I look at center fielders and I know, listen, that's a route runner right there. Like that dude is a route runner, direct pass.
And can track the ball.
Right? Like direct tracking, all of that stuff. Quarterbacks and third basemen, look, they're married. Like you just catchers and middle linebackers. If you squat, listen, bro, and still be exposed enough to throw somebody out at second base, you can fill a gap and be solid in the gap. So all of the things that these programs have, there's a way to get better.
There is.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to look beyond. You got to, okay, here's you got coaches, some coaches will be like, I always say, they always try to project a kid based off a genetic gene pool.
Looking at dad.
Right. That's the dumbest thing you could
Looking
do.
at dad.
That's the dumbest thing you could do. Because if you're up there, all the so-and-so, oh, what, dude, this is the kid that you might coach. And you worried about, now granted, you might be able to project how tall he, but besides that, if that's what you're banking on, then I know you can't coach. Because you're looking for athletes.
You're rolling your dice, bro, with $250,000 scholarship.
And you're not looking for whatever type of player that you're looking for said sport that you're coaching. You know what I'm saying? You hear all the stories. I remember, we had an offensive lineman, now granted, it was back in the day, but, he was a wrestler. He was a 210-pound wrestler, but he ended up being an all-state tackle. Smallest one that made all-state. Well, he's quick as, he was 6'3", 210. Rob Everett, he went in the Air Force. He's a pilot now. But he could probably carry more weight. But the competitiveness that he did, and telling you, when you see him, he didn't look like much. But he was pancaking folks left and right. So that's some of the problem as well. Then you got some coaches that go around and start promising guys stuff. So then therefore you're not building a program, because if the kids that are at the bottom of which is your entry program don't have a good experience, that's mistake number one. Mistake number two is because if they don't see a path to where if they put in the work that they can possibly legitimately compete for a spot, you will crap out on your program.
Well, my favorite thing, the easiest thing for me was that when you talk about culture and program, the difference in the team. The team is the next version. But the program part of it was I had dudes who would get whoever was coming up next and tell them how hard they had to work to have that success.
Right.
Like you could ask me to work hard if everybody worked hard before me. That's the standard, and everybody and it pays off.
Right.
Don't ask me to work hard if you ain't asking everybody else.
Right. And if it ain't paying off.
And if it ain't paying off.
I coach some kids out there like from Norris. I always say they're like, they're born and they're either given a baseball or a basketball. They like robots. But the thing is, you used to hate playing against them at your younger ages because they were fundamentally sound. But then as they gotten older, they've added a little spice to the game. But the one thing that you get from those kids, one, they're going to be disciplined. Number two, they're most likely going to be tough. Number three, they want to be coached. And number four, they're going to be into whatever sport that they're playing. So when they go from football, they can make an easy transition to basketball. But also what they've been able to do, and this is where sometimes like the Benningtons might have a little bit more of an advantage of like Lincoln teams and sometimes the Omaha teams, is where like when you look at Wahoo, right? Those kids have been seeing Wahoo varsity. They've been going to those games. They've been seeing them play 1-3-1 zone, trap or whatever. You look at where Chad Kelsey's from down there, where they won 10 million state championship. Where's that down there where Chad Kelsey's from? On the way to Nebraska City.
What class?
Class B or C1.
Class C1.
Yeah. I've seen the coach. He's one of the best coaches of all time.
Yeah, not Norfolk Catholic.
You're going to Nebraska City. Where the heck is Chad Kelsey from? That's the dang shit. That's how I know I got
424-5645.
I got to see Auburn. I know I got some brain issues, man. Stay with me. So
Auburn, yeah, he's from Auburn.
And they're dominant. But those kids have seen the coach, because he's involved in all the summer stuff, because I've coached against him. I pulled an okie doke on him, and he keeps messing with me about it. Every time I see him, he keeps messing with me. I love him, man. But every year they're in the state tournament. Every year that those kids are watching, they see it. Ashland Greenwood now, they're starting to see that, right? So that's where they're a little bit. So these kids are seeing it, but then they're seeing the payoff, because they'll see a kid, there'll be a 9th grade kid on varsity or JV, and that kid will be on reserve or whatever. So they know, okay, DP's good enough. He's up there. So in those small communities, say Harrison's in 7th grade, and I'm in 9th and DP's in 10th. You all know each other, and you all kind of know who's good. And so you see like, oh, okay, well, if I get a little bit of Jay's game and DP's game, and by the time I'm in high school, I might be able to play reserve or JV, and then I got to work extra hard because that's what they did. So that's how you build a program where you're able to reload and instead of rebuild, and you will not win the state championship every year, but you will be in the conversation. You will be a tough out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And that's how it goes, man. And that's what Westside is able to do. They've built Bellevue West.
Bravo to them. Bravo to them. Because it's been tough.
In Lincoln?
Been tough.
Yeah.
It's been tough to watch. Listen to some kids. There were folks around town, because they were in the Haymarket. And as they were talking about, watching 2 days of the best football the state of Nebraska has to offer. And
ain't nowhere close to be around here. East was the best team. I always say this. There's a lot of college athletes walking around Lincoln. Because you could just tell the way that they're moved. You know what I'm saying, Harrison?
Yeah, I mean, being around Lincoln for a short period of time that I have. There's athletes walking around.
Right. That ain't playing a lick of sports.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's on the little soapbox or whatever. So, anyway, that's first thing. I'm about to go drop some knowledge on this puck.
Go handle your business.
I think I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna tell that this. You're gonna get done in tonight, right?
Right. Like just
catch him. Hey, I hope you don't get me real quick. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's one dude from the other team that skates up to you.
Oh, he does?
So you get one from their team and one from the start.
Oh, all right.
So you can just stare at him and just stare.
I ain't gonna give him no handshake.
Stick your chest out.
Hey, this is personal, man. Right? All right, man. We're gonna go to break. Jay Foreman, DP, Harrison. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-week challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the Prime Rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out on mynutritionauthority.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Old School. I'm Harrison on the ones and twos. We got the boss, DP, host as always of Old School. If you guys want to join the show, 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Jay took off, getting ready for the puck drop at the Icebox. Who did the Stars got tonight?
I'm not sure because I was leaving that one to Jay.
So I know I missed the Omaha Lancers game, which was a tough one. That's always one I want to show up for because those are always intense. But again,
of course,
definitely check out the Stars.
It's
Don't
a
worry.
good time. It's Blackout Wednesday.
Yep, I know that much.
And I don't recognize the logo. I don't recognize the team's logo.
402-464-5685. Tri-City Storm. That's another
there we
good
go.
one.
It's the Storm. That's who it is.
That should be a good one. Those guys play quite a bit. That is one thing. And when you break down the Stars schedule, I'm glad they brought some more out of conference play, because last year I remember it was you're playing the Lancers, you're going back to playing the Tri-City Storm, Sioux Falls, back to the Lancers in Omaha, you would play the same team like 9 times within a short time window.
And they are, look, they need a win tonight. And then here's the thing. The schedule is tough. Then they go back on the road. Yeah, they're really just beat up. But so they need Jay to break the streak for them tonight.
Hopefully they'll roll out the carpet so Jay doesn't have to break anything.
Look, man. They're back home next Friday against Fargo.
Another tough one.
But they go to Dubuque, they go to Cedar Rapids, and then they come back home. And so December 8th is when they're home, back-to-back nights against Fargo. Actually, back-to-back nights against Fargo. So chance to get right. From the text line, I want to read this one because there's a lot of merit to it. So the problem at the LPS is that coaches are not allowed to be involved with middle schoolers to start a feeder program because they get accused of being a coach who is out recruiting, and you have to have you can only have contact with the players that fall in your attendance area. So the way to work with that, because there are a lot of places in the country that are that way. And again, I've coached Texas, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland, Utah, California. And when those restrictions are put in play, it's just so that it's just not rampant, right? It's just not rampant. But there's a way, because you can't have a feeder system for players, but you can have a feeder system for coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And most coaches want to go from whatever level they're on to the next level. So middle school coaches aspire to be high school coaches. And they'll know that, well, listen, I may not be a varsity head coach, but I can be a freshman head coach or a JV head coach or a JV assistant. And the way to get those people, so if I knew Jay and I ran the same system, I know that I can message Jay on what I want done, and Jay will get it done, because that's what it was in Utah. So when Urban came in and ran that stretch offense, that flex offense, it immediately became the thing in the state of Utah. Not only because it's what they were doing, it's what BYU was doing. So all the programs bought in. It's like, oh no, we're going to run this stuff. We just need to run it better than everybody else. And if you wanted your players to aspire to play at the University of Utah or play at BYU, you excelled in the system. Now imagine people getting in Scott Frost's system and then him not being here. right?
Yeah.
That's the other side of it.
You're
Or
going to see
that
some
you're-
dysfunction. For
right?
Sure.
That one, it has to be somebody who's going to be here. So you could buy into mentally in the idea that Matt Rule is going to be here 8 years. Right? So the idea is that Matt Rule could go to different coaches in the area and say, listen, I will recruit your best players if you play in my system, which makes it easy for coaches to say, hey guys, this is what we're running. Like if you want to play at Nebraska, we need to run what Nebraska's running. But remember that defensively, you had a different group, right? Because now you're running Tony White's 3-3-5. So unless you're running the 3-3-5 or you're doing things in the 3-3-5 that Tony White's utilizing, it makes it more difficult for you to recruit. So there was a way to do it if that's what your intention is. If your intention, and as a coach, it was my responsibility, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, it was my responsibility to get my guys ready for college. I need to get them ready for college. So if I'm not teaching them the things that college coaches want, what am I doing? Like, why are you even bothering?
Yeah, you're definitely not doing a favor to those kids if you're not getting them.
You're not doing them a favor. If I'm making it about me, then I'm not doing them a favor. And so you find out what coaches wanted. And that's why I had a study program, because it allowed people that when they filled out their college applications, they could say, not only can I play at your level, but I'm not going to flunk out. I'm not going to have academic difficulty. And I have a resume that shows that I know how to manage my time. I know how to accumulate knowledge. I know how to stay connected to my academic success. And I know how to work, because those things, the more time you save academically, the more time you have to go work out. Like it's a drain. It's a constant drain that if you're struggling academically, it is going to affect your workout.
Yeah, because you might be in the classroom instead of the weight room.
And you're stressing over it. Your body is just reacting differently to that, and the mental stress, the emotional stress. So watching high school coaches and watching high school football here, the workout program's different. Like, and again, I have to cleanse my palate on a regular basis, because if you've coached in DC and Texas and you've seen monsters, hiding themselves as high schoolers, right? Where offensive lines are, walking around at 290, 280, 290. And then you come to Nebraska and I'm like, well, where are the big boys? And there's some, but there's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. You can get measured in some of those big cities. You can get measured. Like, oh, not only am I 6'4", 260, but I got to run a 4.9 40, because that 280-pound dude's over there running a 4.9 40. Oh, here's his bench. Now I gotta do that. So it's always interesting to watch how systems work and whether they're producing in mass numbers local Division I players. And I'll say that again because people sometimes miss it. It's your ability to massively produce on purpose local Power 5 players.
I'm glad you said that, because we got a perfect one from the text line right here that kind of sums up exactly what you're talking about. Unknown texter, what's up, fellas? Basically, Nebraska high school sports under Tom Osborne. Even if it wasn't the option, it was the dedication to line play and physicality. That sums it up perfectly.
It takes away things that I have to train them for when I get them. They're not behind the curve. Now, it's fine if you're behind the curve physically, but not mentally, emotionally, or system-wise. It's okay if you've never been in this system, if physically you were up to standard, right? So Jay Foreman comes in with a high football IQ from a football family, a football royalty family. He's 195 pounds. Okay, you're behind in the physicality, which is the thing that he figured out pretty quickly. And he was willing to get to work and fix the one thing because it was in play. Sometimes coaches won't make that decision. Like, I was amazed when last week, Big Red Brunch, and Tony Veland, Coach Kenny Wilhite, Jay Foreman, Cluster Johnson, 3 of those guys were high school quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right? And you talk about you could build a log jam, but what they knew was the system. They knew what was required of it. And then even if you moved them around, they knew from a physical standpoint, they knew what was required, and they were willing to make the sacrifice. They're willing to change their bodies, put on 15 pounds of muscle, go out there and beat up people on the wings, or go and play safety because you know what? An offensive quarterback makes a really good defensive quarterback, right? If you're defending the route tree, if you've played quarterback, you have an understanding what these receivers are trying to do and what the quarterback needs. Coach Osborne was exceptional at it. They're great programs. And the redshirt program where they allow people a year, look, we're not going to expect you to come and be all Big 8 in your freshman year. Go. Learn the system, learn the work ethic, reset the standard, and then year 2, year 3, we can use you. Who was it that was just talking about that today? One of the bigs that was talking about that. It's just, it's tougher for coaches, players, and teachers now. It's different because, it's Ferentz. It was Ferentz. And he was saying it was difficult because people want immediate gratification.
Yeah, we live in that world.
Those championship, well, guess what? Guess who built it? The coaches. The coaches built it because the coaches wanted.
I'm putting a real wide lens on it, but yeah, you're right.
Instant gratification. Coaches want, you know what? They're going to pay me more money than you are, and I'm going to help me take care of my family. If the coaches aren't doing that first, players don't even think about it. Ferentz has been there. Like Coach Osborne, he was there. Them dudes knew Coach going to be here. So sometimes the system it mimics its leadership. Lincoln Public School, if this is what's going on, it's mimicking what the adults have put in play. And it shows up because I'd love to know what percentage of football players from Lincoln Public Schools go to Power 5 schools. I would imagine that number's not
great.
Very high.
I'd imagine it's one you'd wish to be higher,
especially compared to the Metro.
And considering, again, I'd love to see how many linemen we're pumping out here at the Power 5, even just the D1 level.
Right? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. All right, get us out of here, Harry.
Yep, we'll throw it to break here. Old School, me and DP. We got one more segment. Then we'll have the Amon Green Show right after that one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through November 28th is spend $75 and get a 3-pound prepackaged chuck roast for free. Limit 3 per visit while supplies last. Also, through the 28th, get 20% off all spices. Don't forget there are 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
$20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
At Coppell Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for many things this year and every year and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends as we reflect on what we're thankful for. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment of Old School. I'm Harrison running the ones and twos, filling in for Austin as he is off on Wednesday. It's nice for him. Gets a little extended Thanksgiving break. Nonetheless, we got DP, host as always for Old School. And if you guys want to join in on this last segment, 402-464-5685. You can also comment in, get some questions ready for the Ahman Green Show. He'll be streaming in from Houston. We'll talk to him, see what's up going on with Nebraska esports, and maybe some thoughts on the Iowa rivalry game coming up this Black Friday. DP, we got a little bit of time here left. I want to ask you something as we kind of continue this high school sports. You hear it every single time we get to the playoffs. The private schools versus the public schools. Is there any credit to the private schools actually having any sort of edge on public schools? They kind of talked about, one texter talked about it, about, you know, the ability not to be able to coach the middle schoolers, accused of recruiting private schools. Maybe there's a little more flexibility. Is there any real benefits to those private schools when it comes to sports?
It's different because different areas have a different thought process for private schools.
Mm-hmm.
In Virginia private schools, this is a big deal. That's DeMatha, Flint Hill, like that. Okay, right? And the public schools have to battle, and they still do well, but they have to battle because everybody wants to be private school.
Right.
In Texas, it's public school. Like it was public school. You go to Florida, the IMG Academy and the private schools. Different pockets of the area process private school differently. And you have to put it in air quotes because it means different things in different spaces. Now, the value of being able to move around and recruit and do that sort of thing, that's business. You're just doing plain business. Like, let's just say it, private school is business. It's sports business. The public schools will at least give you the idea and the concept that, you know what, we're going to actually be about education and it's the way that Nebraska talked about student athletes in the 80s, right? In the 70s and 80s, student athlete. You know, it's all about the education. It's about higher learning. It's about it was always about money, but you could say that it was about the other thing. Public school will tell you, listen, you know, we will work from a common standard. Private schools will tell you that, one, we're going to specialize. We're going to allow people, if you go to IMG, you're trying to be a Division I.
Trying to be a Ramel
like
Lloyd.
you're trying to be that dude. If you go into public school, depending on what pocket of the country you're in, you work from different boundaries, different standards, etc. So I would much rather coach. Well, let me say this. Because I like doing things my way, which I think is the right way, and I'm not trying to discipline people. I'm trying to make sure I can coach anybody. I want people who want to be good people. They want to live a good life. They want to be in a good community. Winning is a byproduct of all those other things. Winning first coaches, again, they have room for them. Probably more so in private school than public, because public, you don't choose your product. You don't choose your assets. Public school, you get what you get. Whoever lives within your zone area, that's who you get.
Yeah.
And if you're recruiting outside of that, then we got to talk again.
Yeah, that's the optional enrollment.
We got to talk again. So, listen, once I know the rules, I can coach. In the end, it should be about doing what's best for the student athlete. In the end, that's what it should be about. When coaches start talking about, well, what is difficult for coaches? It's difficult for me. It's difficult. No, that's not it. Give me a space where I can help raise some really good people and have a great experience. Like, do we like each other? Can we get along? We'll win games because we're really just doing things the right way. That's how I work. That's how I process.
Makes sense. So more so just reading the culture of the school, less than private public. Just what do I got for people and what's the goal that we're trying to set here?
Say it. Like, it just the standards have to be known and parents have to pay attention. They have to pay attention. That's really how simple it is.
Absolutely. Always a good conversation to have, because that one, you can always imagine, comes up every single playoffs. And we do have one more. 3120. Private schools should play up a level. Not signing off on that one. But again, it's always interesting subjects. But don't go anywhere. We have the Ahman Green Show up next. He'll be streaming in from Houston. Don't punt hour after that one. We'll set up some replays. I'll hop on the mic, and don't go anywhere because we'll have Nebraska basketball postgame. So you can sit in the car on your way home after the game, listen to me, Bach, Austin, see if Nick calls in as well. But should be a lot of great stuff ahead here on Ticket Weeknights. Don't go anywhere.